Have you ever just looked around and wondered why some people seem to build wealth almost effortlessly while everyone else is, well, struggling? It's not about working harder. It's not even really about saving more. It's about understanding a hidden blueprint, a rhythm in the market that most people never see. Today, we're going to decode that blueprint.
So it all kicks off with something I call the wealth lie. It's this story we're all told, that a good job plus a savings account equals financial freedom. But that's only half the story. And honestly, it's the half that keeps most people stuck right where they are.
I mean, you've heard this your whole life, right? Just work hard, put in your hours, save a little bit here and there. But that advice conveniently leaves out the most critical piece of the puzzle, the part that actually generates real wealth. And here it is. This is the big mindset shift. The truly wealthy get it. You can only work so many hours in a day. You can't make more time. So their focus isn't on earning more from their time. It's on making their money work for them. This one difference in thinking creates two totally separate financial worlds. It's like they're operating with two different sets of rules. Most people are stuck in one, while the wealthy have figured out how to master the other. On one side, you've got the paycheck cycle. It's basically a hamster wheel, right? Your bills go up, inflation eats your savings, and you're just stuck in this loop of trading your time for money. But then there's the wealth cycle. This is where your assets are the ones putting in the work, generating income, and literally buying you the freedom to control your own time. Okay, so the big question is, how do you jump from the hamster wheel to the wealth cycle? Well, the path isn't some new secret. It's been laid out for centuries, and it relies on what is, without a doubt, the world's oldest and most proven wealth-building machine. And the numbers on this are they're staggering. The vast majority of millionaires didn't get there by picking some lucky stock or jumping on a trend. Nope. They built their fortunes using one specific, time-tested vehicle. 90%. Just let that number sink in for a second. This isn't some fringe strategy we're talking about. This is the main event. This is the foundation that most of the world's great fortunes are built on.
So what is this machine? It's real estate. Yeah, simple as that. It's not flashy, it's not new, but man, is it powerful. 90% of millionaires got there by owning the very ground we all stand on.
But look, I get what you're probably thinking right now. Real estate, for me, that feels completely impossible. And you know what? You're not wrong to feel that way. For most people starting out, the game feels like it's rigged from the very beginning. You're up against sky-high interest rates, maybe you get turned down for a loan, and you've got that constant nagging fear in the back of your head that you're just too late to the party. It can absolutely feel like the system is designed to keep you on the outside looking in. But here's the thing, and this is so crucial. The secret to breaking in isn't just knowing what to buy. The real secret is understanding when to buy. There's a predictable blueprint to how all markets work, and that is where you find the opportunity. Think of it like this. Markets breathe. That's all it is. Just like a living thing, they have a natural rhythm. They expand with excitement and greed, and then they contract with fear and uncertainty. This rhythm isn't random. It's a cycle. And this blueprint usually unfolds in 3 stages. First, you get the boom. That's when everyone is talking about it. The hype is everywhere, and the fear of missing out is through the roof. That excitement always leads to the crash, a wave of panic selling. But the most important phase is what comes next, the opportunity. This is the quiet part, after the panic is over, when everything is silent and ignored. And this right here is the fundamental difference. The average person follows the noise. They buy during the boom when everyone is screaming about it. The wealthy investor does the exact opposite. They are patient. They wait for the panic to pass, and they make their moves during the silence when nobody else is paying attention. So let's just lock this in. What we're talking about is the market cycle. It's just the natural ebb and flow of a market. It creates these predictable periods of high prices and low prices. And I'm telling you, understanding this one concept is more important than almost any other piece of financial advice you will ever get. This cycle of boom and bust, it's guaranteed. It's a fundamental truth of how markets work. So the question isn't if the next opportunity will come, because it will. The real question is, when the noise finally dies down and that silence arrives, will you be ready for it?
All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tearing down and rebuilding a really powerful blueprint for wealth. This isn't about just chasing deals. It's about becoming an architect, building a system for passive income through real estate. This is the playbook for designing your own financial future.
And honestly, it all kicks off with this one single idea. Just let that sink in for a second. Hesitation is a tax on your future. Every single time you wait, every time you get stuck in analysis paralysis, you're paying for it. This whole strategy is built to crush that hesitation with a super clear, decisive plan.
So where do we even begin with a plan like that? Well, it's probably not where you think. It doesn't start with a property listing. It doesn't start with a bank. It starts right up here, with your mindset. This is the foundation, and if it's not rock solid, the whole thing comes tumbling down.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the crowd. They're totally driven by emotion, right? They see scary headlines, they panic sell, they see prices peaking, and they jump in at the worst possible time. But then you have the sophisticated investor. They're calm, they're detached, and they're looking at something completely different. And this is what they're looking at. The drama of the 24/7 news cycle? That's just noise. It's meant to get clicks, not make you wealthy. The real signals, the important stuff, is buried in the data. We're talking market trends, undervalued zip codes, inventory levels. An investor who gets this lets the cold, hard numbers tell them where the opportunity is long before it ever becomes a headline.
Okay, so once you've got that data-driven mindset locked in, we can actually start putting it to work. We can move from theory to practice. So how do you find these golden opportunities? Well, that brings us to the hunt for what this playbook calls undervalued diamonds.
So what in the world is an undervalued diamond? Let's be clear, it is not just a fixer-upper. A distressed asset is a property that's tied to a tricky human situation. Maybe it's a messy divorce, an inherited house people don't know what to do with, or some kind of financial problem. The hidden potential is the value you can create, value the average person completely misses because all they see are the problems on the surface. And finding them really boils down to this simple two-step process. First, you use the data to pinpoint the right markets and neighborhoods, the places where the conditions are perfect. Then, second, you zoom in. Inside those areas, you look for the human situations, the distressed assets that you can step in and help with. It's this awesome combination of big-picture data and on-the-ground problem-solving. And that leads us perfectly into what might be the most misunderstood part of real estate: getting the deal done. Look, the secret isn't about being some tough-as-nails negotiator. It's about being a world-class problem solver.
And this quote just nails it. This is the entire philosophy. The moment you shift your thinking from how can I get this house cheap to how can I solve this person's problem, everything changes. The whole dynamic flips. You're not their opponent anymore, you're their partner.
So here's how it plays out. The approach starts with just a conversation. You actually listen. You try to understand the seller's specific pain point. Do they need to sell fast? Do they need the certainty of a cash offer? Do they just want to avoid the hassle? The deal you put together isn't just a number. It's a custom-built solution to their problem. And when you're the one offering the solution, you're the one who wins the deal. Simple as that. Okay, so having the right mindset and the right strategy is amazing, but let's be real. In today's market, it's not enough. You need an engine to power it all. You need a system that's built for one thing above everything else: speed. I really can't say this enough. The best deals, those true undervalued diamonds we talked about, are gone. I mean, gone in a flash. The investor who can find, analyze, and make a move the fastest is the one who wins, time and time again. Your ability to move quick is your #1 competitive advantage, period. A winning system, then, is all about creating that speed. It should be working for you 24/7, automatically finding distressed properties and feeding you leads before anyone else even knows they exist. It should give you the tools to analyze a deal in minutes, not days, letting you present a real solution to a seller while your competition is still trying to book a showing. So we've got the mindset, we've got the strategy, we've got the system. But what's the point? What's the actual payoff? This is where all that hard work up front finally transforms from active effort into true passive wealth. The whole journey really happens in 3 stages. First, you've got the hunt, where your system is finding that distressed property for you. Then, stage 2, there's the active hustle. Yep, this is the renovation, the repairs, getting it all tenant ready. This part is definitely work. But, and this is key, it has an end date, and it leads you directly to the third and final phase, passive freedom. And then, this happens. This is the moment it all clicks. After all the hustle, after the renovation is done, you get a notification on your phone. It's the first rent deposit. $4,500. That's not a paycheck you traded 40 hours for. That's the sound of your asset, of your system, working for you. And that, my friends, is the end game. Passive freedom.
It's income that hits your bank account every single month, whether you decided to get out of bed or not. It's the absolute magic of decoupling your time from your money. You didn't just buy a house, you built an income machine, and that frees you up to find the next one, or to do literally anything else you want. So, we end up right back where we started. We've just walked through the entire blueprint, the mindset, the strategy for finding diamonds, the system for speed, and the ultimate payoff. It's all laid out right here. So the only question left is the one we began with. Knowing all of this now, what is that hesitation really costing you?
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something a little different. We're not buying the dream. We're actually going to analyze the blueprint that's used to sell it. We're going to deconstruct a marketing video script word by word to see exactly how these powerful messages get built. So let's dive in. It all kicks off with a huge, captivating claim like this one. This is pulled directly from the source material, and it's not just a promise, right? It's an epic declaration. It takes a business transaction, buying real estate, and frames it as this act of total world domination. It's so bold, it's super memorable, and it really sets the stage for everything that's about to follow. So, what is actually being sold here? Well, as the script makes crystal clear, it's not just about a product. It's about a complete and total lifestyle transformation. Now, what's really fascinating here is how this script deliberately redirects your focus. It flat out says it isn't just about money, and then immediately swaps that out for these much bigger, more abstract ideals, sovereignty, and owning your time. This is a huge shift. It moves the conversation away from a practical goal, like making money, to a really deep emotional desire for freedom and control. And this slide just brilliantly shows how the script pairs that aspirational language with some really powerful imagery. You hear a word like conquer, and what do you see? A private jet. You hear sovereignty, and you see a map literally being claimed pin by pin. This combination creates this potent emotional cocktail, right? It links these abstract power words to symbols of wealth and success that we all universally understand. Okay, so this feeling of empowerment, it doesn't just happen by accident. It is carefully constructed using a very specific playbook. So let's break down the techniques they're using. The first tool in the kit is good old emotional appeal. Look, this isn't about trying to convince your logical brain with a bunch of data or spreadsheets. No. This is a strategy that's designed to bypass all that critical thought and connect directly with your deepest hopes, your aspirations. Because let's face it, we're all wired to respond way more to stories and feelings than we are to just cold, hard facts. And here's that line again. It's the absolute perfect example of emotional appeal in action. Just notice that pivot. It takes a product, in this case, real estate education, and connects it to something deeply personal and universal. I mean, honestly, who doesn't want to own their own time? And that right there is the core of the strategy. That single line creates a simple equation in our minds. Real estate equals freedom. It positions the product as the key, the direct solution to that profound, nagging feeling of being trapped. It's an incredibly powerful link to make, and it's super effective. Okay, the second major technique is the use of what we can call power-laden language. This is all about vocabulary. It's the very strategic choice of words that frame you, the viewer, not as just a student or an investor, but as this powerful protagonist on some kind of epic quest. I mean, just look at the specific words they've picked here. Sovereignty, master, conquer. These are no words of, say, collaboration or learning. Not at all. They are words of dominance, of victory, of absolute control. They're all designed to build a narrative where you are the hero and you're destined to take charge and win. So, after building up all that emotion and inspiration, it's time for the most critical part of any pitch. You gotta close the deal. This is the ask, where that inspiration gets converted into actual action. And what's wild is that the first step in the ask isn't even verbal. It's auditory. This script literally specifies this dramatic change in the music. The big, epic orchestra fades out, and it's replaced by one single, clear, resonant note. Now, this is the classic technique. It's designed to command your attention. It shifts the whole mood from awe to focus. It basically says, okay, stop dreaming for a second and listen very, very carefully. And then comes the verbal call to action. And it's just a masterclass in Marketing 101. First, you get a super clear goal. Subscribe. Simple enough. Second, you get a sense of exclusivity. I will show you, which positions the speaker as this unique guide with the secrets. And then third, you get that crucial element of scarcity. This opportunity, well, it's limited.
So why structure it exactly like that? Because exclusivity and scarcity are an incredibly potent combination. They work together to trigger this powerful sense of urgency, what we all know as FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. This taps into a basic psychological principle called loss aversion. We are just more motivated to avoid losing something than we are to gain something. The message is simple. Act now, or you risk getting left behind for good.
All right, so let's zoom out. Why is this blueprint so darn effective, and what does it really tell us about the bigger picture here? Bottom line, it works because it's not selling a course, it's selling a transformation. It's selling a brand new identity. It promises to turn you from someone who feels stuck into a master or conqueror. It offers a simple key to unlock that universal human desire for freedom. And in doing so, it provides a clear-cut solution to the often complex and overwhelming anxieties of modern life. And that's really the crucial point of all this. When you can see the architecture of the pitch, when you can actually identify the techniques that are being used, you're no longer just a passive audience member. It empowers you. It lets you engage with all kinds of content way more critically and ultimately make more informed decisions for yourself. And that leaves us with one final question to just kind of think about. When a really powerful pitch is selling you a lifestyle, this grand dream of sovereignty and freedom, what is the real product that you're actually buying? It's something to consider the next time you're scrolling.